while the upper section was designated for poor
They did
citizens.
everything in their
This arrangement reflected the
possible
economic
mind to
disparities
segregate
even
people
within
back
the
then. I
general
forgot.
public, providing a clear glimpse into the stratification of Roman society.
This is
At the
y'all
very
are
top is
broke.
the fourth tier, that was added
Hey,
later after the
hey, y'all are broke. That's what they did in the arena, bro. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back. We got another video today. Since I really enjoyed during the genius era the genius engineering of what was that other video? Castles, medieval castles, right? I enjoyed doing that one. So we're gonna do another deconstructive video, the genius engineering of the Colosseum. This should be pretty cool. I've always been interested in like the acoustics and like how the Colosseums are made and stuff because they're so big and so dense, but like you don't even see a lot of what goes on in there. So it should be pretty cool. If you're interested in this, let's go ahead and find out. Let's go ahead and react to it and go ahead and like the video, subscribe, and let's get into it.
The Colosseum, an iconic symbol of ancient Rome, was a massive arena used for gladiatorial games and public spectacles. It stands as one of the greatest architectural achievements of the ancient world and a remarkable testament to Roman ingenuity. The Colosseum wasn't just impressive above ground. It had a hidden world beneath the arena floor that brought the spectacles to life. This underground network featured tunnels and chambers where gladiators prepared for battle, wild animals were kept, and elaborate stage effects were orchestrated.
Okay.
It wasn't just an amphitheater. It was a masterpiece of design, a showcase of power, innovation, and the Roman spirit of spectacle.
Roman spirit of spectacle, huh?
But how is this possible? How did the Romans create such spectacles 2,000 years ago? How did they flood the arena for naval battles or summon gladiators and wild animals?
They had naval battles in there?
Out of nowhere. In this
I feel like I never knew that.
scenes to uncover
Did I
the
know
secrets
that?
of the Colosseum.
I don't think I've seen that.
Exploring its ingenious design.
Oh, never mind. I have.
Mechanics that made it the greatest.
I knew they put
of
water
its
in
time. The Colosseum sits.
But the reason I know, the reason I know isn't because I remember it being some kind of Colosseum thing. It's because of that One Piece arc where Luffy was like Lushi after, and then Sabo pulled up. And they had like the little moat around the actual fighting platform. That's how I know.
Rome, Italy.
All right, but let's get into this.
The Colosseum sits right in the heart of Rome, Italy, and it's one of the most famous landmarks in the world. This place wasn't just about gladiator battles. It was the center of a bustling part of the city. Let's travel back in time to explore what the area around the Colosseum looked like during its prime.
Okay.
This is the Ludus Magnus, the largest gladiatorial school in Rome.
Luda?
Gladiators lived, ate, and trained here as they prepared for the games held at the Colosseum. This is Meta Sudans, a large conical-shaped fountain estimated to have stood up to 17 meters tall.
17.
According to legend, the surviving gladiators went to the Meta to refresh and cleanse their wounds after the games. This is the Arch of
that water,
I
guess it was like cycled out pretty regularly because that water would get red real
quick. The
quick.
largest Roman triumphal arch, standing 21 meters high and 26 meters wide. It symbolizes the power of victories of Rome, serving as an enduring testament to the might of the empire. This is the Temple of Venus in Rome,
the empire.
thought to have been the largest temple in ancient Rome. It consisted of two main chambers arranged symmetrically back to back, each housing a cult statue of a god: Venus, the goddess of love, and Roma, the goddess of Rome.
Rome,
This
the goddess
is the
of
Colossus
Rome.
of Nero, a massive 30-meter bronze statue
W
of his
naming
original
convention.
depicting Emperor Nero, later adapted to represent Sol, the sun god. It is thought to have inspired the name of the Colosseum.
Colosseum?
The original name of the Colosseum
Colosseum?
was the Flavian Amphitheater, named after the Flavian dynasty of emperors who built it.
Oh, okay.
Standing over 50 meters tall and stretching 189 meters long by 156 meters wide, it was even surpassing the height of the Statue of Liberty from base to torch. Its massive size
Yo.
was a clear statement of Rome's engineering skills and ambition, demonstrating to the world that nothing was beyond their reach. It could accommodate a crowd of more than 50,000 spectators, making it the
50K?
largest Roman amphitheater ever built, comparable in scale to a modern stadium.
That's
The
dope.
arena floor, measuring 83 meters by 48
Back then?
meters, was large enough to fit nearly a dozen tennis courts.
A
It was
dozen?
composed of a wooden floor covered with sand to
Yo,
absorb
they could
blood
host-
and provide
could've
traction
hosted
for the
the games.
gladiators. The name arena comes from the Latin word arena, meaning sand. Construction of the Colosseum began in 72 AD and was
That'd be pretty
completed
cool to
just
see,
8
like-
years later, with an additional 2 years for the finishing touches.
One of the modern day Colosseums, like, get kind of like refurbished, I guess, and then used for like the site for one of the like a Grand Slam or something like that. That would be dope. That would be dope.
Its rapid construction highlights the Roman Empire's exceptional resources,
Call
manpower,
it Roman
and
Garros.
organizational ability.
For all my
The
tennis heads out
foundation of the
there.
Colosseum is a key reason it's still standing today.
That's ball knowledge.
Due to poor soil conditions, a deep, strong foundation was necessary to stabilize the structure. A ring-shaped foundation, 12 meters thick, was built with 2 layers of ancient Roman concrete.
Okay.
The Colosseum was divided into 4 levels. The first 3 levels featured a series of arches supported by columns, each representing
second, I
one
thought you
of
said
the 3
archers.
orders of ancient Greek architecture. Doric on the first level, the simplest and earliest Greek style. Ionic on the second level,
Hey, the
was more
Ionics go
elegant
hard.
than the Doric style. And Corinthian on the third level, the most elaborate of the Greek styles.
I don't really
The
care much for the
Colosseum's use of the
Corinthian.
3 classical orders, arranged from the ground up, was a design choice that showcased a progression of architectural style and reflected Rome's adaptation of Greek architectural traditions.
That's a cool little Easter egg.
Each arch on the second and third level featured statues, honoring divinities and other figures from classical mythology. These statues weren't merely decorative. They served as reminders of Rome's divine connection and cultural heritage, reinforcing the grandeur of the structure. The Colosseum's 4th level, known as the attic, featured a solid wall adorned with small rectangular windows. Large decorative shields were placed at regular intervals and complemented by Corinthian pilasters. This architectural choice was not merely decorative. It served a functional purpose by supporting the velarium, a massive retractable awning that provided shade for spectators, which we'll discuss later in this video.
Okay.
The amphitheater had 80 entrances
Did it like
at
close
ground
up
level,
as like a first like
76
sunroof?
of which were numbered to efficiently manage the flow of the general public, directing spectators to their assigned seats with ease. This advanced crowd management system highlighted Roman expertise
That's
in
better
urban
than Disney.
planning, showcasing their ability to seamlessly
That's
cater
better
to
than Disney
massive
World, bro.
gatherings, an innovation as functional as the systems used in modern stadiums today. The remaining 4 entrances were grand entrances reserved for the elite. They were unnumbered and placed at the cardinal points around the Colosseum. The south entrance was used by the emperor to access the imperial box called the pulvinar. Its exclusive use symbolized the emperor's authority and reinforced the social hierarchy of Roman society.
Oh. So we come
The
in the
north
back.
entrance was used by the magistrates to access the magistrates' seating area.
Coming in the back door,
Magistrates were high-ranking
Magistrates.
officials responsible for various administrative and judicial duties within the Roman government, reflecting their prominent status in society.
Magistrates.
2 entrances had direct access to the arena.
What's
The
that?
east entrance, known as the Gate of Life, was used
That's
by
where all
the
the grimy
gladiators
dudes
to
were,
parade
the
before their
magistrates.
combat and exit after a victory. The west entrance was known as the Gate of Death and was used to carry away the dead bodies of gladiators and animals.
Yikes.
The contrasting entrances of the Colosseum's arena symbolize the stark dichotomy between life and death that define the experiences within its walls. The seating at the Colosseum was divided into 4 main sections that reflected the social hierarchy of ancient Rome. The closer
They
to
had
the
all the
arena,
peasants at the
the
top?
higher the status of the occupants.
Wait, the higher the what?
The
It said the higher the status. I thought the emperor, because the emperor sits at the ground level, right? So like
The arena, the higher the status of the actual hierarchy. Seating at the Colosseum was divided into four main sections
that's kind of
that reflected the
counterintuitive, man.
social hierarchy of ancient Rome. The closer to the arena, the higher the status of the
Oh, okay,
occupants.
okay. So it is the closest to the arena.
The lowest tier was reserved for senators and other elite members of society. Their proximity to the action reflected their influence. They enjoyed the best view of the spectacles. The second
Those
tier of the
nosebleeds?
Colosseum was reserved for the equities, or
Yo,
the equestrian
nosebleeds
class,
in the
positioned
Colosseum
just
must have
below
been
the senatorial
crazy.
class. The equities were a noble class involved in various roles within the Roman government. The third tier was reserved for Roman citizens and was divided into two sections. The lower section accommodated wealthier Roman citizens, while the upper section was designated for poorer
They
citizens.
did everything in their
This arrangement reflected
possible
the economic
mind to
disparities
segregate
even
people
within
back
the
then. I
general
forgot.
public, providing a clear glimpse into the stratification of Roman society.
This
At
is
the
y'all
very
are
top
broke.
is the fourth tier, that was added
Hey.
later after the inauguration.
Hey, y'all are broke. That's what they did in the arena, bro. They said, get like us.
Inauguration of the Colosseum during the reign of Emperor Domitian. The seating
Emperor
in this
who?
section was made of wood and
Emperor
was reserved
Tanisha.
for the lowest class of people and slaves. Despite being farthest from the action, this tier still allowed the less privileged to witness events, underscoring the Colosseum's role as a unifying space for all Romans. One of the most extraordinary
Unifying, but still
spectacles ever
separate.
held in the Colosseum were the naval battles.
I
or
said, we're
Numachii.
together, but
These
y'all
events
broke.
turned the arena into a water basin, where warships reenacted famous naval conflicts. But how did this work?
They probably
How could an
capped a lot.
amphitheater designed for gladiatorial games suddenly transform into a lake?
Famous naval combats? Like, there's
displays
only a
weren't
set
just
amount
about
of people that are
entertainment.
actually there
They
in
were
visibility
demonstrations
range
of
to
Rome's
see what
engineering
happened.
prowess and its ability to manipulate its
They had
environment.
the cap.
To stage these events, the wooden arena floor and its supporting pillars were removed, creating a basin that could be flooded to simulate naval combat. At the time, the underground structures seen today
It was still
had not yet
supported.
been constructed and were added later. Water was supplied from nearby aqueducts and flowed
underground
through a
part is so
network
cool.
of underground channels carved into the concrete foundation beneath the
That's so
arena.
cool.
It then entered a channel surrounding the arena.
I wanna see some stuff
distributing
like
water
that
through a series
nowadays.
of outlets to flood the arena.
Like
The
some cool
flooding
buildings.
process would have taken several hours.
Like,
Once the basin
wait a
was-
minute. Why can't we have something like that nowadays? Like some kind of like naval battle reenactment things. Like, you know, medieval times. What if we had like a medieval times building, but like it was kind of like modeled after a Colosseum, and they did like pirate ship battles and stuff like that? That would be dope. That would be so cool. And like, of course, nobody was really at risk of dying or anything, because like they would like control the waters and everything, and like make sure that nobody actually dies. But they did go through like actual naval combat. That would be so cool.
filled Numachii could begin. The ships
there
were
could be a
crewed by
safe way to
condemned
do that.
prisoners and
There could
slaves
easily be a
who
safe way to do
reenacted
that.
historic naval battles and fought to the death until one side
Well, not
was
easily,
entirely
but I would say
annihilated.
it's doable with the right
After
intention
the
and
battles,
effort behind it.
water drained through a system of 4 channels beneath the arena, which were connected to the sewer system and also served to manage rainfall. This design allowed for rapid transitions between events, ensuring the arena could be quickly reset with a wooden floor for the next spectacle. About a decade after the Colosseum's inauguration, a 2-story masonry structure called the Hypogeum was built beneath the arena floor. This underground complex
cool,
served
they can
as
just
the
keep building
backstage
stuff
area
under
for
it.
gladiators, animals, and props, an engineering marvel that brought the spectacles above to life. The Hypogeum's design featured a large central corridor flanked by lateral passages. This layout facilitated the seamless movement of animals, performers, and props, ensuring the logistics of the games ran smoothly. Hundreds of workers coordinated the entrance of men and beasts into the arena through
so
secret
cool.
trapdoors, creating a dramatic appearance.
Dramatic.
The
Dramatic.
original system consisted
I'll
of
show you
28
dramatic.
lifts positioned along the outer rim of the arena. Each lift was designed to hoist caged animals directly onto the arena floor. At the core of the system was the capstan,
Caged
a
animals.
large vertical drum driven by a central pole with long levers, or bars, inserted into holes and extending outward to give workers the leverage they needed to turn it. Operating each lift required a
them
team
leverage.
of 8 workers.
Like 2X or 3X.
Animals were placed into cages through a side
Playing
door.
some leverage ETFs, bro.
The cages were connected to the capstan via a rope, threaded through a series of pulleys. As the capstan's drum rotated, the rope wound around it, gradually raising the cage. At the top of the lift, 2 large hinge arms support the trapdoor when closed. An operator would use a rope and pulley system to swing the arm downward, opening the trapdoor. The cage had a second door at the front, held closed by a counterweight. As the cage ascended and reached the bottom of the ramp, it would hit a stop that automatically opened the front door, allowing the animal to ascend the ramp directly into the amphitheater.
That's so cool.
In the
But
central
I still don't. I don't like how
mobile
they like
platforms were frequently used to transport props like trees
pitted the
and
animals
rocks
to death,
for the
but-
performances.
That's a cool mechanism.
These platforms were raised at an angle and guided through slots in the walls. The lifting was done by winches at the bottom, which pulled the platform using ropes that ran through a series of pulleys. When the middle of the platform reached the arena floor, it was flipped horizontally around a pivot point, aligning with the floor. The original lift served the Colosseum well, but as the games evolved, more lifts were added later in the street corridors.
Dang,
These
more?
new lifts were used to hoist both animals and performers. Similar to the original system, they were operated by a winch pulling ropes running through a series of pulleys, while the trapdoors were
Had to winch
controlled
up
by
everybody,
a separate
bro.
winch.
All these winches, bro.
4 tunnels linked the Hypogeum to external facilities,
Salem
like
winch
the Lunis
trials.
Magnus. These hidden passages allowed fighters and animals to move discreetly from the training grounds to the arena, ensuring they remain unseen by the public until their dramatic entrances. The games often went on all day from sunrise to sunset.
Okay.
However, summers in Rome are notoriously hot, and the white
How
stone
hot
of the
were they, I wonder?
Colosseum only amplified the heat reflected by the sun's rays. Sitting in the bleachers all
Oh,
day
yeah,
under
yeah.
the blazing
Sunroof
sun,
time. Yeah,
especially
yeah.
during the summer months,
Let's
would
get
have
that
been
sunroof
unbearable.
up.
To shade spectators from the hot Mediterranean sun, the seating area of the
How well did it
Colosseum
work?
was screened by a massive retractable
Oh, it covered,
awning
like,
called
most
the
of it.
Velarium that only left the arena uncovered.
Oh, so everybody else had to get burned
The
up when they were
velarium
fighting.
consisted of long strips of fabric wound around drums, which were mounted on the wooden frame and supported by 240 masts fixed into sockets along the amphitheater's upper
That's so
cornice.
cool, man. That they figured out how
Each
to do
strip
that
of
back
fabric
then.
could be deployed independently using winches that pulled the fabric along pulleys
Those
mounted on
winches,
the
bro.
central ring of ropes. This process required at least 1 operator per section, with 240 sections in total, deploying all sections of the velarium.
So they had mad people
simultaneously
employed.
Required a coordinated effort of at least 240 individuals.
Yeah, they had mad people employed
The
in there.
central ring was raised and lowered by a system of ropes leading to pulleys attached at the top
Ropes
of the
and
mast.
pulleys, baby. That's the bread and butter
These
back
ropes were
then.
connected to winches located outside the Colosseum. The winches allowed to raise and lower the central ring, controlling the height and position of the fabric
Yeah.
strips. The awning was retracted by turning the drums, which wound the fabric back onto them. The
Okay.
velarium wasn't just a feat of engineering, but also a precursor for modern stadium design.
Yeah,
The
100%.
Colosseum was used for nearly 500 years, hosting some
bro.
of the most
All the way
spectacular
back
events
then,
in
man.
history. Though its games have long ended, it still stands today, a testament to Roman ingenuity and a reminder of a civilization whose ambition
I
shaped
want to
the
see
world.
that, man. I want to see
We love
stuff
making this video so much
like
that we actually
Colosseum
turned
type
it into
stuff,
something
like-
you can keep.
like that
We've created
ship
this
thing, but
awesome
in a safe
Colosseum
way,
poster,
obviously.
and you can grab one right now to support the channel. Just check out the link in the description. And hey, we're giving one away too.
Oh, we're giving one away?
Just drop a comment below telling us what's your favorite Colosseum fact from the video. and we'll announce the winner in the next upload.
Hey, that's dope. I'm too late for that, I'm pretty sure, but yeah, that's just 6 months ago. I'm too late for that. But hey, that's gonna be the video. Let me know if y'all liked it. What do y'all think about the Colosseum and all that? The engineering. What was y'all's favorite part? What would y'all want to see in a modern day Colosseum? Got a lot of questions, but that's room for a lot of comments. So hey, comment down below, like the video, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. I'll see you later. Bye.